Ah, good morning. And I'm still trying to wake up, but I'm here, and I wanted to make a live video for no inherent reason other than to show some of my favorite book covers, because there's nothing that's more pretty than pretty book covers. And here's some of my favorite two book covers I have of Alice in Wonderland. This first one is really pretty. You can tell because there's not only something thrown off about the colors, because it looks like a Pepto Bismol pink that's been thrown up out of someone, which looks very pretty. But it's always great to use the Duchess, which is the most pretty character in Alice in Wonderland, for a cover. What's even great about this cover is how this cover doesn't even fit with the artwork in the book, which just that alone, this alone, states just how beautiful a job they did, and how jarring the cover is to the pictures inside. And that's just what you want in a book cover. But I have another version of Alice in Wonderland that's even more beautiful than this one. A book cover that has no actual pictures or images to connect it to Alice in Wonderland in any way. Unless she's Alice. But I don't think she's Alice, considering all the other people in there. She's Pollyanna for all I know. But it does have the title right there, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I wonder. And that's just very pretty for a cover, because they're more focused on showing the children's classic library collection here than Alice in Wonderland. And that's just what you want to cover. And then there's the next one, which I love showing how beautiful the cover is. It's a dictionary. I know it's strange to show this dictionary. Oh, I got it the wrong way. But the reason why it's so beautiful is because it has no fronts. Somehow someone else poorly ripped out the very front cover of it. And so all you have is the paper right there and the text like that. Strange, but you know what? That's what makes it so pretty. And then there's, of course, this book cover right here, which is not only very weathered, but it's barely attached, even taped, if you could see that. There's tape on it. And look on the insides where it's barely attached. And you can even see the stains that have been left over the years. Yes. Look at those wrinkles and stains, and how pretty all those tend to be. And look at how the book is without the cover. And that's just what you really want to see in a book cover, is to see the book without its cover. And if that's not pretty enough, take a load of this beautiful book, which I found on the side of the road, that was literally driven over by a bunch of cars, and you can see the little specks there of cars driving over it in such a manner, and you can see how busted the side is like that. I mean, that's just what you want to see in a beautiful, beautiful book cover, just like that. I mean, you can even see some of the little chars there of the prints on the tires. I mean, this is what people would want on a beautiful book cover. And then, of course, last but not least, not only is this beautiful book cover right here not even attached to the book itself, and you can unattach it like how anyone would want a book cover to be attached, but on top of that, it's disheveled. It's all over the place and broken apart pieces at a time. I mean, this is the sort of thing you want, where you have to put it in almost a folder-like fashion to keep it together. That's what everyone wants in a book cover. And in case you hadn't figured this out, I'm being completely sarcastic and not true at all in that regard, and I apologize. But the real reason why I did all this is just to make a very valid point of how irritating the focus on book covers are. And look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a book with a pretty cover on it, because I'm sure everyone has some books that have very gorgeous covers on it, like real beautiful covers on it, and I do too. But that should never be the focus when you're talking about books. It should always be the book itself, and why the book itself is good from what's on its insides, the content inside of it. How is the book written? Why do you like the story in the book or the characters in the book? Is it well written? Is there something to keep your attention and not bore you? Just something about the insides, the content itself. And that's the problem when there's so much focus on favorite book covers and all that jazz. And like I've said before, and I'll say it again, there is nothing wrong with beautiful book covers. And I get that there is a lot of work put in by certain artists to make said covers, trying to make both a beautiful little book of art while making a sort of semi poster at the same time. And I get that. But it should never take away from the inside of the book itself and how that's way more important than the cover. That should always be the case. And I just don't think it is, honestly. I don't see it being the case most of the time. And that's why I made this little video here to just state that and be a bit sarcastic in the opening. And sorry if I might have upset you because you were expecting something else, because you're expecting a bunch of pretty covers and I should do the exact opposite. But I can't help doing that. Yeah, that's all I got to say for now. This is the end of the video.